Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. This is my lecture 2 for the course of Ayurveda and Nutrition, which is offered as a skill enhancement. I made a mistake here. It is offered as a value addition course at the University of Delhi, right? So let's just get into lecture 2. So, Dincharya or morning self care routine. Let us begin with this one. Now, I was just thinking that if by chance you're watching this at night, like when I'm recording this, you just might want to try a couple of techniques after you get up in the morning. But again, let me just tell you, many of these things need not be practical for you at all, especially if you're living in a PG or a hostel, being a college student. So please consider that as well. No one is dictating you to pursue something. So, based on your convenience, basically. By the way, I forgot to switch on the slideshow. Well, let me do it now. Alright, do I have a pen? Um, Let me capture a pen here. Who's messaging me right now? Okay, I'll take the pen, okay? So, wake up early, bro. Then say a prayer before leaving the bed. Yeah, definitely, you should do it. By the way, regarding waking up early, again, it depends on your convenience, your routine, and many things altogether. But from my personal experience, the advice would be wake up as and when, and after, getting that much amount of sleep, which actually keeps you fresh after you get up in the morning. And how will you understand that? It comes from experience and trying out different things, right? Trying out different things in bed. I'm talking about sleep, not about sex, okay? We are students right now. That's not our syllabus. Alright, moving on. Clean the face, mouth, and eyes. Drink some water. Then evacuate. What is evacuate, by the way? Evacuate means excrete out the waste from your body. And if you see this point is also mentioned by some modern day doctors, that drink some water before brushing your teeth. Basically, inside our mouth, there are some good bacteria which are produced, and they are healthy for our gut. Even Ayurveda says that. First, you drink water, right? Muh hath dhoke. And then, like, evacuate, and then you brush your teeth and clean your tongue, okay? You can go for gargling, although many of us prefer to gargle before going to bed or maybe during some other times of the day. And most of us do it only when we have some problem, serious problem with our voice, basically. But otherwise, it just might be a good option to gargle, with whether it is with salt or with whatever. Especially if you're a professional artist, music artist, then this will be a part of your daily routine, isn't it? Nasal drops, medicinal nasal drops, and oils, they are present in Ayurveda itself. If I just give you an example, by the way, it's called Nasya. So, mustard oil or eucalyptus oil. The eucalyptus oil still becomes, a little bit uncommon. Mustard oil, inhaling mustard oil and taking it during cold and in case of blocked noses. This formed a part of our grandmother's remedies, right, when we were a child. So, all these come from Ayurveda. Then put oil or ghee drops in the ears. It's called Karana Purana. Like today we have, you know, ear drops, right? For example, there's the company called Sedoclin. But otherwise, oil or ghee in the ears. Now, is it absolutely required? Well, not necessarily, but again, it's never a bad thing to do it, right? Massage the body and the hair with oil. It's called Abhyanga. Exercise, take a bath, then dress up cleanly, okay? Okay, my handwriting is not improved at all. Even my mouse is malfunctioning. Never mind. Dress up, do pranayam, do meditation, have breakfast, and that ends your morning routine basically. Now, regarding this point, I will say that do it only when, do it only if it works for you. Like if I just take my personal example, my moon is placed in such a way in my chart, especially it's with Rahu. My mind just flows so fast. Meditation is not my cup of tea. So just mantra chanting and Veda chanting, that's my cup of tea. So regarding meditation, I would just say, what am I doing here? Never mind. So regarding meditation, do it only if it suits you or something. Okay. So that's my advice from my experience. Okay. Obitatho's Dinacharya glossary. So evacuation includes excretion, urination, defecation. I think I'll use the laser pointer. That's better. So scrape means basically remove the hardened plaque from the teeth and the depositions from the tongue, the gums. If you haven't observed this, you try to do this. In your gums, sometimes you would find, white food depositions, in your gums, both upper and lower. And if you just try to take it out on your finger and smell it, well, you'll find that, okay, this is something which is not right. So, yeah, clean the gums properly as well. That's the advice here. Nasya is an excellent remedy for headaches, migraines, clearing the sinuses, clearing the nasal passage to enhance breathing. Yes. Like if you are a user of Vicks Vaporub for that matter, what are you trying to do with it? You're trying to take inhaler. Okay, sorry. Inhaler is actually a different product by Vicks again. Even Amitanjan is making that. But you inhale the vapor basically. You put it in boiling water and inhale the vapor. And along with clearing your nasal passage, it also helps for headaches and sinuses, right? So that is mentioned in Ayurveda. And we are talking about that one. Like modern techniques are there from the past. Karana Purana, so from the Ayurvedic point of view, the ear skin and the ossicles can dry out and their capacity can be traded off because of Vata irregularity in Ayurveda. So we have talked about Vata, Pitta, Kapha, right, in the previous lecture, the three Prakritis. So when there's Vata dosha, basically then the skin can dry up and basically the body dries up. Dryness is a characteristic of Vata Prakriti. Okay, and when the ear, skin, and nostrils dry out, then they do not function properly, and that's mentioned in the Ayurveda. And that could be a reason, especially if the oil that is secreted by your skin is not enough. And you sometimes, when you have, like itching in the ears, and you try to itch by using your finger, and you find that the skin is dry, it is a good indication that you should try to moisturize your ear. Okay. Now, some of the benefits have been given for Karana Purana. You can pause the video and read them. All right. Principles of Ayurveda. Here is a shloka. Dosha dhatu mala moolam hi shariram. I repeat. Dosha dhatu mala moolam hi shariram. Now, dosh, we have talked about that. What is a dosha? We have talked about the basics in the previous lecture. You can go and watch that if you aren't aware of what this is. Dhatu means tissues. Now, see, dhatu means metal, right? Like that's what we do or convey in the modern context. So, basically, the thing which Ayurveda calls dhatu is what modern medicine and biology calls a tissue. This is the interpretation, so to say. Malam means excreta. They are the building blocks of the body. And moolam means the assimilated food. What is assimilation? Assimilation happens to be the last stage of digestion. When the food which we eat, it has been digested completely and it gets absorbed in the small intestine, and then the blood sends it to different parts of the body for nourishing the body. That is assimilation. So moolam is assimilated food, and they basically make us up. What are the three pillars of health? Ahar or food, nidra or sleep, brahmacharya. Now before you guys jump in, let me clear it properly. Brahmacharya means not, you know, celibacy, abstaining from sex completely. No, that is not the brahmacharya we are talking here. Like if you again check for the Buddhist definition of brahmacharya, they talk about many things, things which are Buddhist, which Buddhist monks are supposed to follow, including complete abstinence from sex. We are not talking about that. We are saying controlled and regulated state of the body and the mind. Regulation, essentially. Regulation is brahmacharya. If you just go by the scriptures, we have this famous quote which is so true. Calm, earth, uh, moksha. I just forgot the fourth term, but never mind. Even among these four pillars of life, so to say, calm or desire, desire includes physical desire. It is a part. So celibacy is not a thing, okay? In the context we are talking about right now. And excess of nothing is good, okay? Brahmacharya not equal to celibacy. And this is a cool example if you just consider that. Students are brahmacharis because their lives are controlled by a fixed routine. So basically, there is discipline, there is a regulation, there is not an excess of things. So that's why they're brahmacharis. Especially if you are studying in a gurukul type of setup, number one, or you are staying with the parents, then yeah, definitely you're a brahmachari if things are being followed properly. Delicious food on the side, you can see it. I don't feel hungry because I've eaten just an hour back, but if you're watching this, for example, before dinner time, you will definitely feel hungry seeing the picture. What is the definition of ahar? Something which is swallowed through the throat, something which has a conducive effect on the body, something which nourishes the body tissues. So basically, junk food, which harms more and benefits less, that is not considered ahar in Ayurveda. Okay? Yeah, that's a special thing. Now, in the next lecture, we will talk about Sattvic, Rajasic, and Tamasic ahar. Next lecture. For now, based on the source, we have Sthavar or plant based ahar, we have Jangam or animal based ahar. Based on their effect, we have like conducive or non conducive forms of ahar. Now, based on how it's ingested, what is ingestion? Ingestion is the act of putting the food inside our body. So ashit is food that is put into the mouth. Mouth means like you don't have to bite the food. You can just put it in your mouth, then you can chew it and you can swallow it. So rice is an example. Peat is food that is drunk. Okay, like any form of juice or liquid, or even some semi-solid food or jelly if you're having that. Leet is food that is licked. Example pickle. We can actually include ice cream. So to say, we lick and suck it, right? And khadit, by the way, if it's a cup ice cream, we can also put it on the ashit. Okay. So khadit is food that is bitten. Now please don't confuse between the definition of chewing and biting. Biting matlab, for example, you have a biscuit. You take a bite and put a piece of the biscuit inside your mouth. That is biting the food. And then you chew it and swallow it. So keep that in mind, okay? Based on rasa or taste, food can be madhur or sweet, amla or sour, lavan or salty, katu or spicy or pungent. Okay, tikta means bitter, kashya means astringent. Now, yeah, this is the thing. Just what is astringent? You can just pause this and read the examples once. But if I just give you an example, basically there are certain types of. If in Bengali there is this term, kosha, খেতে কষা লাগছে ফলটা. There's the fruit called shakalu. We call in Bengali. I don't know what it's called in some other language. Astringent is basically, uh, okay, even I am unable to define it. You have definitely ate raw turmeric if you have done it. Then ginger. Then uh, maybe if you're having orange the next time, you can try tasting the orange peel ones, right? Just take the example of radish, I guess, right? How does it taste? Or even a raw carrot, you know? That is what we call astringent. That's the test. That's the taste. Where's my mouse? And my mouse has gone missing. Never mind. I just hope it comes back soon. It's back. The six tastes of Ayurveda, we have given examples here. You can pause it and read the whole list here. Okay. Now, if I just mention one thing, what is asparagus? Asparagus is a substitute of potato. It, kind of feels like potato. And how do I know it though? Basically, someone I know, I won't reveal the identity. That person has a lot of problems with having potatoes. There's this mental block. That person would not hesitate having fried potatoes, but again, sabzi में जो potato होते हैं, that person just won't have it, right? So that person is basically misled by saying that yeah, this is asparagus, but it's potato. But he's lied to basically, and that's how he's made to eat potatoes. You know. Now dark chocolate also comes with sugar these days, and that tastes amazing and not bitter essentially. I saw chocolate now. I'm craving for chocolate. But I am not a girl on her periods who has a boyfriend by her side that my boyfriend would just, go out and bring me a Cadbury. That's not happening. So, okay, maybe tomorrow I'll see what I can do with this chocolate. Uh, Under astringent, you can just see some more examples here. Turnip. Turnip is also like radish, taste wise. Baki pause करके you can read all the examples which you have here. And this is a very important thing. This is, I think, the last part of the lecture. So we have the different tastes which have been given here. and elements have been given. Like sweet food. Okay, what are the five elements, by the way? Air, water, fire, earth, sky. Okay. Now, these are metaphorical terms basically. These are not absolute scientific terms, so please keep that in mind while reading this. Sweet food has, majority of it is made up of combinations of philosophical properties of earth and water. For salty, it's water and fire. For sour, it's earth and fire. For pungent, it's fire and air. For bitter, it's air and ether. For astringent, it's air and earth. I'll, you know, I would like to remove it. I just don't want to make it dirty. Right? Okay. I'll take a laser only. That's beautiful, kind of. Now, quality of sweet food. It's heavy, moist, and cool. Right? It balances vata and pitta. In excess, it aggravates kapha, these prakriti. Which means sweet food basically reduces the intensity of vata and pitta prakriti or dosha in the body, while it enhances kapha. Okay? It's found it. Examples, I'm not going to mention about that. Now, salty food, it's warm, moist, and heavy. It's not cool like sweet. It balances vata. In excess, it aggravates pitta and kapha. Like for sour, it's heavy, moist, warm. Again, vata को घटाता है, pitta and kapha को बढ़ाता है. Salty and sour have similar properties. You can see it. Pungent one has, hot, light, and dry quality. It reduces the intensity of kapha. I'm yawning, man. Never mind. Kapha, and it aggravates pitta and vata. Bitter, by the way, air and ether, they're mentioned right here. So bitter food has the quality of cold, light, and dry. Unlike pungent is hot, bitter is cold. Okay, it reduces kapha and pitta. It increases the intensity of vata. And astringent, if we talk about, it's cool, light, and dry again. Pitta and kapha get balanced. Vata gets aggravated. Okay. See, we have better examples here. Unripened bananas, if you have tried eating that directly somehow, that taste is astringent. Okay. So if I just give one example, you can create, if you want to, you can create other examples and post it in the comment section below. If I just give one example, if you are aware that you are, for example, having vata dosha, okay, you are having vata dosha, and pitta and kapha are basically taking a backseat because their proportion with respect to vata has considerably gone down. So maybe the Ayurvedic doctor will advise you to have salty and sour food and ask you not to have sweet food or the food which, as it is, it aggravates the quality which you want to balance out. So this is also a concept which we can apply using Ayurveda. And the last slide today, food remains manifested in the tissues for extended periods of time. What does not express itself today will definitely manifest in the future. If I just have to, explain it in colloquial terms, basically, even though we have, for example, uh, we have a young body, we have, like, we feel we can have anything, and we can actually have anything. Most of us, we can have any kind of food and it gets digested. We don't have any problems in the body. But as per Ayurveda, what happens is the things keep depositing inside the body in a dormant state. When our body becomes weaker with age, they will start showing their signs. By the way, just few seconds ago, I was, kind of falling asleep while recording the lecture. If I said something else, please just, pardon that. All right, that ends the lecture. Thanks for watching. Take care. I'll go for some work and then I'll go to sleep. So, yeah, take care. Bye. Thank you.